Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Earning $1,000 daily from $10,000 account. Is it possible? Most people sometimes ask me, Seth, I just want to make $1,000 or daily just as a side income. Or the younger ones will just say, Seth, can you just teach me how to make $1,000 a day? Just so that I can quit my job, to start full-time trading. I just don't have the time to learn all these basic concepts, all these concepts. Just teach me one strategy I can use to make $1,000 daily, just so that I can just use a side income, or I can just quit my job and start trading full-time. So when I get this question, I also ask them, how much money do you have? How much capital do you have to start? And mostly they say, oh, okay, I can gather 5,000. Some say I can gather $8,000. Some say I can try and gather 10,000. Some says I can gather 12,000. Some say, okay, I have this property, I can just sell and I can gather 15,000 just to start with. So I just want to make $1,000 daily so I can use it as a side income. Just I'm not greedy. Just want to make $1,000 so that I can just start full-time trading, or I can just use it as a side income whilst I'm still working. Okay, so that's the objectives of this video. If you are here for the first time, I'm Setowas and welcome back to the channel. If you're here for the first time, can you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, and let's begin with today's video. Okay, so in day trading, we trade with percentages. In trading, we don't allocate all our capital into the market, but as day traders, we trade with percentages of our capital. So let's say this $10,000 they are asking about, can they make 1,000 out of it? Before you can think of that, you must think of how much percentage of the 10,000 you are going to trade, because in trading, we trade with percentages. So in percentages, we trade it from 1% all the way to 5% of our capital. We don't put all our capital on the market. Why? Because it's risky to do that. We trade pieces of our capital, and when they come together, they make the profits that we make as day traders. So let's take this $10,000 they are talking about. So let's say if you have $10,000 capital, then risking 1%, let's say 1% of 10,000 is $100, right? 2% is $200, and 3% is $300. All the way 4%, $400, 5% is $500 per the 10,000 capital. So as day traders, we only use maximum of $500 to trade at a time on a go, but we won't carry the whole 10,000 to place on one particular trade. We don't do that. So let's assume that you are trading with a 5%, which means that becomes your risk. Your risk you are putting in the market when you're trading. The single trade you're going to take is going to take $500 off your account, which is basically maximum 5% of your account. So if you're trading with 500, then how can it be possible to make 1,000? Okay, so in trading, we also have something we call risk reward. We trade with risk reward ratio. When you say risk reward ratio, it's about how much you gain as to how much you lose. That is your profit margin. Let's say that you go to the market, you sell something. Let's just assuming you bought clothing, right? You bought the clothing for $100. When you came, you sold it for $150 or $200, which means your profit margin is 50%, or let's say extra $50 or extra $100 on your clothing. The same happens in trading. When you buy an asset or when you sell an asset, trading we can buy and sell. Okay, so don't just get confused with it. Let me just go in the simple way. Let's say you buy an asset, you buy Forex pair, or you buy a stock, or you buy any form of asset class. Which means if you are risking 500, that is your initial capital you're using to buy. But your return is going to be how much you're going to wait for the market to move in your favor, and then you take your profit. So we can trade with $500 and make a profit of $1,000 or even more than $1,000 on a single trade, which is what we call risk reward. So in trading, we have some basic risk reward you can take. We have 1:1 risk reward, we have 1:2, we have 1:3, we have 1:4, and so on and so forth. But for a good rule of thumb, you are always supposed to take at least 1:2 risk reward or 1:3 risk reward, or if even it's less, it's 1:1.5 risk reward. Why don't you take the bigger one? Because if you take the bigger risk reward, then your win rate ratio is going to reduce. When you say win rate ratio, what does it mean? The win rate ratio is about how many trades you take, how many do you lose, and how many do you gain. Let's say as with this same scenario with a $10,000 account and you're trading risking $500. And let's say you are a beginner trader, you just take one trade for the whole day. And within the month, it's actually 30 days, but you might not definitely trade the whole 30 days. You might trade, let's say, 20 days out of the 30 days. Let's assume that you are trading 20 days, and out of the 20 days, you're going to take 20 trades. With these 20 trades, in trading, you will not get all these 20 trades to be profitable. You're going to get some of your trades to be losses and some of them to be profitable. Which means that when you take 20 trades, you can get about maybe five losses, which is 5 of the trades to be wrong and 15 will be correct. Sometimes you can get 10 to be correct, 10 to be wrong, which is 10-10. Sometimes you can get more losses, which means 15 losses, which is 15 wrong trades, and only 5 winning trades, which is 5 profitable trades. This is what we call win rate ratio. But as a trader, your goal is to make sure that you win more than you lose. Because if you're losing more than you are winning, it means you don't have the skills to trade. You are not actually a good trader, right? You must at least win more than you lose, or at least you must break even. Which means if you take these 20 trades, if nothing, you should be able to get at least 10 of them to be wins and 10 of them to be losses. So with this scenario, let's say you are risking $500 on a trade, which means anytime you lose, you are losing $500 of your capital. But when you win with 1:2 risk reward, you are winning $1,000. So back to the risk reward. Why don't you take 1:500 risk reward? Let's say you deposit 500 in your account and you want it to multiply 5 times, which is $2,000 in your account. You can't do that. When you do that, your win rate ratio also will reduce, because the more you wait for the market to give you more profit, the easier is it for you to come back and take it out. Okay, so you don't do that. But let's come back to the scenario. Taking trades with just $500, how can you make 1,000? Which is 1:2 risk reward, right? If you take $500, you make 1,000. If you take $500, you make 1,000. So let's say with the 10 losses times $500 each, it's going to give you $5,000, which is negative $5,000 because you've lost this in your account. Then 10 wins, which is 10 wins. Anytime you win 1,000. So 10 wins times the 1,000, which is going to give you 10,000 at the end of the whole 20 set trades. Now, you have to take away your losses from your wins. So if you take the 5,000 loss from the 10,000 wins, you're going to get a profit of $5,000 as your profit for the whole month, not for the day. On a daily basis, you can make 1,000, but for the whole month, you can make that. Now, let's come back to maybe, let's say you are not really good, so you got more losses than wins. So let's say you got just 8 wins, and you got 12 losses. So let's see, 8 wins times $1,000 will give you $8,000. And you got, let's say, 12 losses. You are not really good, so you got more losses than wins. 12 losses. So 12 losses times $500, which will give you around 6,000. Is 6,000? Around 6,000. And when you deduct your losses from your wins, you're going to still make profit of 2,000. So even if you make more losses than even wins, with risk reward 1:2, you can still make profit. You get a difference. Good. So risk reward also matters if you want to make profits on trading. So back to the question. Is it possible to make $1,000 every day from $10,000 account? The question is yes, it's possible, because when you take a single trade risking 500, which is just 5% of your account, you can make $1,000 daily from trading. But it won't be every single day continuously, because since in the 20 trades or in the 30 trades or in the 25 trades within the month, you will not get all your trades to be wins, but some of your trades will be losses. Because of that, you can make $1,000 daily, but it won't be every single day, because you have to also account for the losses. So that's very simple, right? You can make $1,000 from $10,000 account, but it won't be daily. But at the end, in a nutshell, you will still become profitable as a trader, and maybe you can trade for a living, or you can use it as a side income. Very simple. Now you understand the concept. Okay. So that'll be all for this video, and I'm Setoas. And if you like the video so far, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and come back every time. You're also welcome to join my weekend training program. And if you want to learn how to trade, just send me a message and you can just join the weekend training program. Okay, so until then, take care of yourself and see you next time. Bye.